Hey YouTube, this is Good90. Um, Today, it's been a while since I've done any videos though, but it's actually been a while since I didn't talk about most topics, especially like Yu-Gi-Oh related or PS3 related. That's actually the last video I've done, but you know, since E3 has already started or like I guess like almost halfway done, I guess. I think E3 ends what this week, around this week. But anyway, um, I watched some of the press conferences yesterday on my laptop because since G4 is officially dead, rest in peace, go G4. Since G4 is officially be dead, um, and since we don't know who's gonna be producing E3 in the near future, which I doubt. I guess no one will. I've been watching the press conferences yesterday. I guess the only press conferences I haven't finished watching is EA, and I guess you guys can give me the heads up on that one. I'd be good appreciate. I guess I'll look at that on YouTube. But I guess I guess why might as well talk about today is the Microsoft. Well, not just Microsoft, but other press conferences. What I want to talk about for real, let's just focus on the main two, which is the Microsoft and the Sony press conferences. We're going to start with the Microsoft press conferences, which is pretty much about the new Xbox One. Now, I first heard about the Xbox One at least kind of a couple of weeks ago. I saw on Yahoo News, I went to Yahoo when I saw the topic about the new console, Xbox One. And I was kind of a little bit skeptic because of the fact that I don't know much about it and what else it will bring to Microsoft and others in the whole gaming community. Let's see, what else? Well, when I saw the Microsoft press conference on the laptop on GameSpot.com live stream, really good. I saw like a lot of features that I guess it kind of interests me a little bit about the Xbox One. There's one feature that I like when you can just broadcast your gameplays, and what you can do is just like do it in live stream, Twitch, and also do it in live broadcasts. They did that example with Killer Instinct, which is, yes, they brought Killer Instinct back, which is, for a lot of people who probably may not know, they brought Killer Instincts back, but I'm kind of I want to see more gameplay of it before I pick it up again. I want to see my expectations on the Killer Instincts, because as we all know, Killer Instinct was a great fighting game way back in the arcade and all. This was also a secondary good competitive fighting game in the arcade, and really good back then. I think it was like in the 90s or something like that. It was probably in the 90s, I guess. Anyway, what else can we talk about? I guess we could talk about the section of games that they introduced in the section of games that they introduced into the conference of Microsoft. The one thing that did got me a little bit puzzled was Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, as we all know that Sony was the only company exclusive for Metal Gear, because we're the only ones who's Sony owners. It was the only console that is exclusive. PlayStation itself was the only console exclusive for Metal Gear. Now, to have that seen on the Xbox and Microsoft got me a little bit puzzled. Now, I enjoyed the trailer. It just got me puzzled that Microsoft has that next Metal Gear, which got me kind of thinking, Why? That's the only thing that pops in my head once I saw it is why. Now it's not like a bad thing. It just kind of got me puzzled by why would the main game that PlayStation that's exclusive been having throughout the years ever since it first came out. Why does Metal Gear have to be in Microsoft and Xbox One? Now, you guys probably may think of it as otherwise. I don't know, you may think the same way as me as I'm telling you this, or you probably got other different opinions. Just let me know in the comments. There's some games that I thought it was good. Now what I guess what I heard about the Xbox One. Let's just get to this point. What I heard about the Xbox One, there's like a lot of stuff that's like all, I guess, based on Kinect now. And so I guess to try and make it all hands-free. I'm not sure. You guys can give me the heads up on that also in the comments, but I'm not sure. There's pretty much a lot of stuff. I guess there's some features that related to using just Kinect. And there's, like I said, live stream content. There's a bunch of mainly hands-free features on Xbox One that mainly just use Kinect. I may want to look at the conference again. I'm not sure. I guess the other features, but either way, I can't exactly remember most of the stuff on the Xbox One. But what I've seen so far, like, one example. I guess what I've seen so far, which is the games, as game-wise, the games are really good. They present really great games in Microsoft, which is on to the new Halo they produce, which is Halo 5. I wasn't quite sure about the new Halo. I mean, I was excited about the new Halo, but I'm kind of a little bit puzzled about the Halo. Like, I mean, what did you guys think? Was it okay for them to do another Halo, or would they have been alright if they just stopped at the recent genre? It's up to you. I thought it was great for me just to bring that up, and I thought it was okay just to, just get that out of my head. Just get that out of my head, because I was kind of curious about the new Halo and what it will bring. I know they didn't show that much gameplay, just showed a little bits and pieces of the just for the trailer. So I know they didn't show that much gameplay of it. But I guess overall, I would say the conference was a bit okay. The other thing I thought was kind of interesting of the conference was that the game that we all know and probably some people love is Raging Rabbits. The rabbits, those little guys, those little bunnies. Apparently they have their own TV series, I guess, that's coming up soon. And what kind of interests me is that it's interactive. So, in all sense, I don't even know how that even works. I really don't know how it even works. Because that's something that's still in my head. That's all I can say in this case about that. Like, an interactive TV show, and I mean really an interactive TV show that's gonna be on TV. I don't even know how that works. I really don't know how that works. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I really don't know how it works. That's all I can say. But I thought it was kind of interesting for that. But overall, I say the conference was okay in Microsoft in that end. I mean, I feel like they didn't present that much. I don't know. That's just me. But I guess they didn't present that much stuff. But like I said, that's just me. I'm not even sure. I mean, you guys probably seen the conference or have been to E3, which I wish I could have gone. But you guys probably seen the conference and E3 as well. The only thing I say that's a little bit way off. I wouldn't say it's reasonable price either. That the price of the Xbox One, it comes out in like November, I think, is $500. Now that's kind of for me to think like, would I actually buy $500? What actually would spend $500 for a new system for Microsoft? Now I'm not even sure if it's how I put this. I'm not even sure if I want to buy a system just yet for that much of a price. I would say I would wait till the price has been lowered in order for me to buy it. But that's just me. I mean, you can guys post your comments on the conference as well, on all your thoughts about the Xbox One on the description box down below. Sorry about that. Now that's my overall review for my for the conference of Microsoft. Now we're gonna move on to the good stuff, which I thought was really freaking awesome. The Sony conference. I love that conference, and I'm sure a lot of people you probably love that conference as well. The Sony conference was just that conference was just fantastic. There's a lot of games that I would expected from that they show in the conference. Watch Dogs, which is yes, I can't wait for Watch Dogs. Sorry, I just can't wait for Watch Dogs. I really am excited for that game. Final Fantasy Versus 13 is now 15. So pretty much versus that I've been knowing about for a long while. Final Fantasy Versus 13 that I know about for a long while is really going to be great, which is now 15. Also, I've also heard in the conference that Final Fantasy 14 that originally was placed on the PC only is now also going to be in the console as well, PS3 and PS4. Now, again, I would say the conference is just for the Sony is just fantastic. It was just fantastic. That's all I can say. Like, they really pulled out all the stops for that conference, and it really puts my level of expectations for Sony on what they did. I'm not gonna lie, for the PS4, I really like how it looks, because it reminded me of the PS2. It looks a lot like PS2. It's like they brought back some of the memories of the console before PS2 was stopped being produced worldwide, was stopped selling worldwide. And I kind of like that. That's why I also like the PS4, because it gives me a feeling of it looks like the PS2 to me. And I feel like they brought some of that purpose of the PS2 back from the dead. What also got me really also a little bit hyped up was the price. The price is $400, which is actually $100 lower than what the Xbox One price was. I'd say I would buy that, which is a great. I mean, $399 or $400 in this case is actually a reasonable price. It really is. So I was really actually happy about that. I was hoping they would do more of the. I think they probably did do more of the scale of the PS4, but I mean, they really stepped it up. Now I forgot to mention this on the Xbox One, but I might as well mention this anyway. But I noticed that Microsoft conference demonstrated some of cloud technology of the Xbox One. They did the same thing for PS4 or Sony in this case. They used the same cloud technology in Sony conference. They did mention that. I probably forgot what else they did. I probably forgot what else they mentioned though, but it was it was really good. That's all I can say from this case. Now for game-wise, they showed a lot of great games that a lot of people are expecting. Meaning Watch Dogs, New Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts 3, which I was also expecting as well. And what I've seen from there was really good. Now, let's see, Assassin's Creed 4, what's it called? Black Flag? I think it was Black Flag. I think it was called. I forgot. It was Flag something, but I forgot what it's called already. Yeah, but new Assassin's Creed, I love the gameplay of it they showed in the conference. It was really tremendous, and I figured it was a great game. The only thing I kind of figured was thought about 4 is that what would it bring for Assassin's Creed franchise? That's my curiosity of knowing. But like I said, it's my curiosity opinion. You guys can like give me some insights as well. What you guys think of the conferences of those two? What else can I say? Oh, now I guess what I do like about the PS4 now, what Sony did, which I thought was like, yes, finally, is that normally when you download a demo or content or whatever on your PlayStation 3, and when you play a game like Tekken or Skate or whatever the list that you have, right? When you play a game while the demo is downloading, the downloading process of the demo that you're downloading will be pending, meaning that while you're playing the game, the downloading process will just stop until you exit out the game. Now, what they did is that while you're playing the game, while you're playing your game, you can now the downloading process of the game will not stop. So that means the downloading demo that you're downloading from the store will continue to download even when you're playing a game, whatever you do, which I thought was just really great, because I'm always tired of waiting for a demo to download while I'm playing the game, and I'm tired just to exit out of the game just to download a dang stupid video. So I love it. I love what they did, and I thought it was really good, really great. I kind of hated that kind of thing, but I really hated it. But I love it though. I really do. I really do love it. I like what they did. So overall for the Sony conferences, I probably left some stuff out. I probably can't remember all, but I know I left some stuff out. But you guys can fill me in and shine on this stuff too. But overall on Sony conferences, I love it. Compared to Microsoft, I say that Sony did a really good job presenting the PS4 and the games that we may be seeing soon. And I am looking forward for the PS4. It's actually, for the price wise, I think I'd rather get the PS4 or the Xbox One, because for price content wise, $400 is actually a reasonable price, and I really enjoyed it. The games I'm actually looking forward to the future for real. There's a lot of games that I probably really am hoping for the future for real gaming, and I can't wait to see how these two consoles shine. But in my overall opinion, I think Sony really done a great job of presenting their product. I think the Sony conferences, I think Sony has probably just wiped Microsoft out the water in this one. But I guess all in all, I'm gonna leave this video just for this, and for this one question for you guys. And you can leave your comments or your video response in the comment section below. What do you guys think? Sony or Microsoft in this year's E3? Throughout all the conferences you probably guys have seen or at E3 or at home on your laptop or computer or whatever, what do you guys think? Sony or Microsoft? Xbox One, PS4? What would you guys go with? Now, there's one part I forgot to mention in Sony. They team up with Bungie and Activision. And now, a new game they did see that I thought was great was called Destiny. And I thought that game was really great. The way the gameplay shows on that one is really great. That's all I can say, but as I know, that Sony teamed up with Bungie and Activision. So I guess that right there is a huge step up. It's a really huge step up. But overall, what do you guys think? Sony or Microsoft? Xbox One or PlayStation 4? You guys decide. So, leave me comments what you guys think on the conferences and what your opinions are for both Sony and Microsoft in the description box below. And all I can say is now, thanks for watching, and I'm glad you guys want to listen in on this. This is really going to shape the world of gaming. For really put a big step up on Sony and Microsoft, but it all depends on what us gamers do. So I hope thank you guys for listening. This is Kunet90 signing out. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and see you later.